CatholicMemorial.net. Awarded for academic excellence, a rich tradition of athletic success, and an experience rooted in faith. Find out how your student can achieve more at CMH. Tour the school, meet the faculty and coaches, learn all about the opportunities available for your student. Register today at CatholicMemorial.net. Catholic Memorial High School, where you rise.
Westbound 94 backing up from about 17th Street all the way through the Stadium Interchange to Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound's tightening up a bit right past 84th Street to 68th. There is a broken down vehicle off on the left shoulder at 84th, so just keep that in mind. Beyond that, though, we do have a couple more taps on the brakes heading through the stadium. Northbound 41 slowing down just before Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Southbound still heavy from Bradley Road to Good Hope Road. Checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 58 at the lakefront, 55 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI-HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station. Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
My son got yelled at last night because everyone walks down here, and when I have to go out to the mailbox or something, I got to look both ways to make sure no one's coming because I don't want to talk to anybody.
Hey, Ray. How you doing? Good. Good. You know that guy? He works at the restaurant Moho in your hotel. The W Hotel.
I thought you were talking about cars.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just assume you were
Even
trying
more
to avoid
dangerous.
getting hit by a truck.
I think he'd rather get hit by the truck than probably talk to his neighbors.
Why didn't you say hello to him? You know him. I know. He wanted to do a stop and chat. I didn't want to do a stop and chat.
Stop and chat? Where do you come up with these things, stop and
He
chat?
wanted to stop and chat with me, and I don't know him well enough for a stop and chat.
Is that true, Chew? Would you rather get hit by a truck than talk to your neighbors?
How hard?
Like a 3-day hospital stay.
I mean, if you don't look, you can get caught with 3 people, and then you're there for 20 minutes.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Lapp.
We have an explanation, or kind of an explanation.
What?
As for what the hell happened in the final 2 minutes of overtime that led to the Packers going and settling for a tie against the Dallas Cowboys this last week. But I think it's fair to say, Joshy, the answer is, it gets a little convoluted at times. Is that fair to say?
It's convoluted, potentially misremembered, potentially inaccurate.
Okay.
Did he volunteer this or was he asked?
Well, so Jason, again, he was going to be asked about it and the operation and all that. So Jason's the one who asked it.
Is Jason known as an agitator?
Well, I mean,
no, I'm just saying.
We used to have the draw. I know Wilde and Tausch have it, that they'll play it from time to time. I'm sure it's lost somewhere in our system, Joshy, through all the moves we've had over the years. But there is a clip of Mike McCarthy saying, "I'm in no mood for drama today, Jason."
Because we were warned when I played about certain individuals. And Jason wasn't one of them at the time because Jason was young.
He was so new.
Jason was super young.
Yeah.
But there were guys that we were told, be careful.
Who are the agitators?
I can't.
Remember?
No, I remember.
So why don't you just name names?
Yeah, Bob McGinn was one of them. What the hell?
Well, but didn't Bob? I feel like Jason's told the story, or maybe you told the story of Bob like pulling somebody aside, a rookie aside during like rookie orientation, and the rookie, oh hey, so what happened there? Oh, that was you.
He tried getting me a few times, and he did. But that's what he and
yeah, he's just doing his job.
He's
just doing his job.
Of a good reporter.
Yeah,
but you gotta,
he's taking advantage of
these guys.
Of you.
I think Jason has the reputation of if something happened and the answers haven't been adequate, he is going to make sure to get them out of it.
I love it. I love the hard question.
As a fan of this team, I very much appreciate it.
Well, and again, I feel like because you can't just straight up ask the question the way that a lot of the fan base wants you to ask it. You have to massage the question in order to get the answer that everybody's searching for. So LaFleur kind of walked us through it. And again, I think at times it's a long answer. There are times where we can get bogged down in some of the details, which is why I'm glad we've got the big guy back. And he's back from his riverboat vacation wearing his Tennessee State hoodie today instead of the lederhosen because he can give us the Chewy translator.
Well, no, Tennessee State now goes to a workout shirt because my son isn't there anymore. That's what happens. So you'll see me in Fresno. You'll see me in New Mexico stuff.
Yeah.
So once they're done, it becomes a workout shirt. Problem is,
have you lost all your Michigan State stuff, or is that stuff
that's gone? I actually gave it away.
Way too stinky?
I gave it away to a friend of Angie's son went there, so I gave him all that stuff. The problem is this: it turns into a workout shirt. I got a haircut today, so
so that's why we're not wearing a hat.
Yeah, I got to paint the outside of it before I go and get a haircut. You know what I mean by paint?
Deodorant. Yes, we've had this discussion before. Chewy, instead of washing his clothes, will put deodorant on the outside when he has to go somewhere. That's
but my sleep is still not right after 3 days. I was up at 3:45, wide awake. What's going on?
Well, you were over in Europe for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to be an adjustment period.
You know what I need? You know what I really need, and I'm going to miss it, is a Blammer Thursday where I stay up later.
Okay.
Because I'm still going to bed at like 7 o'clock. So I digress. But all right, are we going to get to it?
We are going. We're going to get to it right now. We've got Schefty coming up. I was just going to try to figure out what your body clock adjustment is for jet lag, but it's I wasn't able to find it quickly to tell you how long it's going to take you.
I'll be all right. The weekend, I'll be fine.
Okay, all right. So here is Matt LaFleur talking about what happened in the final 2 minutes of overtime, Packers versus Cowboys.
To throw the ball away if it's not there, and he throws the check down, and that puts you in that situation. Once that has happened, what are the guys supposed to do? Because from the outside looking in, it didn't look like there was the urgency that was required.
The urgency that was required didn't happen previous to that as well, which gets into the process of we ran a play out of the 2 minute, and then we huddled up. And we called a play. We thought they were going to be in cover 2. They played man coverage. We hit Rome on a slant. And at that point is when, in my mind, it's 2 minute. We operated out of a different 2 minute formation. So I would say this, where we have to clear up the communication is when we're not in 2 minute mode and then you jump into 2 minute mode, everybody on the field has to know that. And they.
All right. So he's talking about going into 2 minute mode.
Yes.
How is that typically communicated?
LaFleur tells Jordan or whoever's in his ear, let's go 2 minute, and that's full. Now, even when they were on the 13 or 14 around there, it was still time. I would not have gone to a full-blown 2 minute. I would have went to a version of 2 minute.
So just like the up-tempo, the no huddle.
Up-tempo, receivers get to where you need to go and tell Jordan, okay, you got 6 seconds here. Okay? Plenty of time. We're fine. The problem is receivers are lollygagging, especially after the golden slip screen. Like,
so
Dobbs, you shouldn't be helping him up.
Well, because he
should be popped up on his own, line up. And we talked about this yesterday. This is the problem with a young team. But I wouldn't consider, I'm not considering Dobbs a veteran, but he should know better.
Okay.
Because he's been in that situation before.
Okay. But they also used the timeout there.
Which I don't, look, and we talked about this. Why they used the timeout in that situation is, I don't know why. It was stupid. When you use a timeout in that situation, right, is when you have your receivers clearing out or running deep or down the field, and you throw it to a back or something, it's a crappy play, he's down. You use a timeout there because all those receivers have to come back, which eats up times, line up, get the play. When everyone's there at the line of scrimmage, why the hell do you call a timeout? Those guys should be popping up. They're already in trips because there was a 3-man set.
Yep.
You just say, stay in trips, right? And whoever's in his ear should be telling him that. Line up, call a play, sense of urgency. Okay, now we go. And then you use the timeout after that play if you can't get out of bounds or it's an incomplete pass. But you want to hold on to that timeout.
Mm-hmm.
Where they should have called the timeout is when they were lollygagging at the end of the game, and it took them 14 seconds to call a stupid play, and it got tipped down, and thank God there was 1 second left on the clock. That's what you save it for. Because then you'll have two legit shots, possibly at the end zone.
Okay. Let's hear the rest of Matt LaFleur explaining what happened in the final 2 minutes.
You have to operate as such, and we were operating more of our, no huddle tempo, which isn't warp speed, whereas 2 minute is got to be warp speed.
So I think that's what you were talking about there. You were talking about that, and again, going no huddle versus 2 minutes, and you were fine with going no huddle tempo versus 2 minute tempo because you didn't have that much further to go.
But as a receiver, there's still a sense of urgency to get lined up.
Yes.
And then let Jordan slow play it and let him control the clock, right? Not fart around and have guys lift you up and pick you up. Let's go.
It just wasn't. It's a bad look, quite honestly, and that's why you get a bad result as well. But it's just the communication and process have got to be cleaned up because we can't allow that ever to happen again.
And then one other thing to that point, what he should have done with a young team like this, and I know it's a little Johnny High School, but sometimes you got to pull out Johnny High School. You bring the whole damn offense over there, right?
Yeah.
And you explain to them what you're doing. Hey, okay, we have 28 seconds left here. We got to go. And then you sit there and go, okay, we're going to call 2 plays right now. We're going to call 2 plays. If he's tackled inbounds, get your ass back to the line of scrimmage, line up, and let Jordan control the clock. Don't let the receivers control the clock by getting lollygagging to the line of scrimmage, 2 plays, and then you say, okay, clock stops, get out of bounds, incomplete pass, huddle up, and we'll call another 2 plays.
So is this a result of, because I know we played the sound yesterday of Colin Cowherd calling Matt LaFleur a chaperone. He's not a head coach. He's a chaperone because this team is so young. But I also feel that's misleading at this point because on the field of those guys, of the 11 players on the field for the Packers, outside of Jordan Morgan and Matthew Golden, and Morgan's in his second year, but only got to play a handful of snaps over the course of 6 games because he was rotating and that got hurt, and Matthew Golden, who's a rookie, like you said, they're not veterans, but at this point, it feels like they should know better because a lot of them are in their 3rd or 4th year of playing. And that's, like, I guess that's the jarring thing to me. Like, shouldn't some of these guys have been in this situation before, and it feels like the majority of them, starting with Jordan Love, should know better.
All right, when I played... Okay, Thursdays are your long days, but it always ended in 2 minutes. And the offense loved it and the defense because it was a competition.
Yep.
But every single time, Holmgren would change up the situation. Sometimes it would be like, all right, we got 2 minutes. We're starting at the minus 30. We got to have 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
The next time was, all right, we're starting at the minus 45. We have 47 seconds, have to score a touchdown. Okay? Okay, we're at the plus 45. We have 22 seconds. We have to have a touchdown. It changed every week.
We have 2 timeouts. We have 3 timeouts. We have no timeouts.
Yes,
I'm sure he switched that up too.
You're going to nail the situation.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to nail the situation. And that's a difference, and that's one of the negatives of having a young team. I don't know how they practice. I don't know if they do 2-minute every week. I think
do.
They do?
Yes. Well, I should say, I know they do it every training camp practice, or they do it a lot.
Yeah.
Because you'll see the guys tweet out, basically, the beat reporters will be talking about, like, who won the 2 minutes in each, and they do it for first, second, and third stringers. My biggest problem with this is Matt LaFleur says the pace is on him, and we can say, well, is he just saying that because he takes the fault for everything, as we've heard millions of times? But when I watched it, and Cheesehead TV did a video where they overlaid Matt LaFleur's comments with what was happening on the field.
Yes.
And I came away with it thinking either Matt LaFleur was misremembering the situation or he was being dishonest about what took place. Because when you match those things up and you match up the sequence of when they were supposed to be going into warp speed and continued to lollygag, there was 2 plays and a timeout that happened before the sequence of the Matthew Golden pass that ended in the negative. I mean, before the Wilson pass.
I don't know how you forget.
Right.
Because you could take a big play of mine throughout my career, and I remember what the play is.
Yeah.
Okay? The one I scored in the Super Bowl at Denver, 6-4 U-corner, halfback flat. The last play of the game, 2-jet Winston. I mean, this is 30 years ago, and I still – and you're gonna claim you forgot something that happened 5 days ago?
Well, he
never claimed that. That was me.
No, I know.
Yeah. That's Josh editorializing, but I think it kind of depends upon what the operation is. Because if he's not the one who's in Jordan's helmet, because I learned this week that Holmgren was not the one in Brett's helmet.
No.
Yeah.
But I did not know that. That was as many stories as I've heard you tell over the years, and as great as they've been, and operational stuff you've told. That's the first time we've talked about that. So if LaFleur's not the one in Jordan's helmet, I have no idea if he is or isn't.
I'm pretty sure they've
I thought
referenced
Jason
him.
said he was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've referenced him being the one.
I can't say that for certain. I don't know that for sure. So if he's not the one, I can see where the miscommunication is, because he's thinking they're going warp speed, or they should be, and they're not. And he can't get into Jordan's helmet and go, hey. So the only thing to me that breaks down here for certain is what the hell happened during the timeout.
But if you look at old film, and Andy was always right next to Mike, so you could hear Mike talking to Andy, where Andy would just go, "Did you hear that?"
Yeah.
And a lot of times, because I wasn't far from Brett, and the micro, it's so loud.
Yeah.
You know,
well, it has to be, especially if you're on the road.
That I would hear Andy go, "Hey, make sure Chew watches it for cover 2 here."
Yeah.
And Brett wouldn't even have to tell me because
you could hear it.
But that's what I mean. I think, and I don't know what, I've never met the man or nothing, but I know micromanagers because my wife is a micromanager because we're leaving for Florida.
Stray this morning.
Well, we're leaving for Florida, and she's trying to, my job is to shut down all the properties, right?
Yep.
Make sure everything's up. And she's telling me that, and I'm like, stay in your lane, please. Sometimes you just have to trust the people around you.
How'd that go for you?
She knew. She knew. Now I'm going to forget something, and I'm going to get my ass ripped. That's how it always works.
The important thing to me is there's 2 plays, a timeout, and at no point in that time does the message get relayed any of the available ways.
Well, so again, the timeout is when, to me, it's the most criminal. Because again, there's a lot of stuff going on. It looks like they're kind of going quick, just maybe not as quick as LaFleur would want. And it's tough for him to communicate that to Jordan, and then Jordan to yell at all the eligible receivers, hey, hurry your ass up.
Right. Yeah.
So I understand how that can break down.
But
again,
I also think, don't they have... I'm sure they have signals of "Hey, let's go." Like when they think they have
the universal sign for hurry up. Like whether you're moving your fingers in a circular motion or it's just one that's moving in a circular motion.
You'll see Matt LaFleur do that.
Yeah.
And Jordan Love and the offense rush because they see a substitution happening too slow, and they're like, "Hey, we can get one off here."
Yeah.
So they do that.
Sure, but I can see how that happens. To me, the lollygagging after the completion out of the timeout is the one that's most inexcusable, because you had the timeout to get everybody together and go, hey, we weren't moving quick enough on those plays. If we complete a pass inbounds on this next play, We have to move. We're out of timeouts. We cannot let this situation get to a point where we're lucky that we get a field goal.
Here's what you do, though, if I'm LaFleur, okay, before the players go off their little mini vacation here, you run the exact same situation in practice, right? And then you stop it and say, this is how it works, okay? Are we all clear, okay? There's no huddle. There's 2 minute, okay? Jordan's the boss. Let's go.
Yeah.
Sense of urgency. And then just go through the whole thing and then run a simulated 2 minute drill and then just.
The fact they came out after that Emmanuel Wilson pass, after the timeout with how much time's left here?
28 seconds.
28 seconds. So after they continued to show that pace, me watching felt like they were all told, we need to be aware of the clock, but we're not trying to beat the clock. We want to drain this thing as much as humanly possible.
When they were moving as slow as they were initially, I thought they were just going to clock it with 3 seconds left.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they lined up in shotgun, and it's like, what the bleep is going on?
But, okay, and all right.
All right, save
just
the thought.
Real quick.
Save the thought. We're already really late. We got to make sure we get to Schefter on time. So give me that thought coming up next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
An accident on westbound 94's ramp to northbound 41 in the zoo interchange. It is off on the right shoulder, though, so at least you got that going for you. It is going to be slow from 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard as well. On the eastbound side, slowing out of the zoo all the way to 35th Street. Northbound 41, you're seeing delays from before Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 58 at the lake, 55 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Hi, I'm Tony Dungy, and I want to take a moment to recognize the incredible work being done by PRISM Economic Development Corporation. Real change happens when people are given the opportunity to step into their God-given purpose. PRISM is doing just that, helping aspiring food entrepreneurs and small business owners turn their dreams into sustainable realities.
Join Tony Dungy and learn more about Prism Economic Development Corporation in Milwaukee at prismedc.org.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and the Pickler Menominee Falls is now open. Your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics, all included in your membership. And right now, if you're not ready to commit to a full membership, you can try it all with their special trial offer. 30 days for $30. That's 1 full month of unlimited play, leagues, and clinics for only $30. Check it out at thepickler.com. That's PICKLR.com.
Sundays are for football and carbless. Born in Wisconsin, carbless handcrafted premium cocktails are packed with flavor, not sugar. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. Whether you're tailgating in Green Bay or calling the plays from your couch, carbless is the cocktail that's always game day ready. Crisp, clean, and crafted to win. This season, drink like a champion. Drink carbless, a proud partner of the Green Bay Packers.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
The other side of the world, and I'll let you know if I want to come back and coach your little game.
He's Jay Peterman.
Ian Rappaport tweeting yesterday, and I thought this was interesting. The Broncos the last 2 weeks. You guys done?
I got more.
On 94.5 ESPN.
As the quarterback, is he responsible for getting everybody, let's go?
I'm responsible for that.
Matt LaFleur yesterday explaining what happened in the final 2 minutes of overtime that led to the Packers being fortunate to get off a field goal to tie the Cowboys 40 apiece. Chewy, you wanted to add one more thing before we get to Adam Schefter.
Yeah,
And
one more thing is just, in their defense, it's not an excuse. In their defense, though, this is hectic. This is chaotic.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is on the road. This is overtime. This is, you got to score. There is a tremendous amount of pressure. Now, it doesn't excuse what happened in the game, because when it comes to situations like this, you should have covered it throughout their truncated training camp or during the course of a season. But it is chaotic, and it's crazy, and it's like, this is a young team. With a veteran team, you kind of like, okay, we've been here. Let's just slow it down a little bit.
Can I ask 2 questions?
Sure.
I want answers from both of you. Did Matt LaFleur intend on scoring a touchdown in overtime to win the game?
Yes.
When?
Well, no. I think what he was.
I think at what point is an important variable there.
This is what
I think when they were around midfield, yes. When they got inside the 20, sure as hell didn't feel like it.
I think his focus that he might have got blinded by a little bit is leaving no time on the clock for Dallas to get the ball back. And then he just lost it.
Yeah.
He just lost it. He's like, and it's hard. I mean, it's tough, but man, you got to be on top of it. And that's why, and I don't know any of these guys. All I know is our assistants back in the day were really freaking good.
Yeah.
They're really good.
They had a lot of really good ones.
Good.
Yeah.
And the benefit of me being able to hear Brett's headset with things like Andy Reid just saying, hey, have Chew watch this, or have Free watch this, or watch the blitz here, is such an advantage. You know, I don't know if that happens. I don't think it does, because LaFleur doesn't have enough. Calling plays is hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard. On top of being able to communicate with the quarterback and all these other things. But I'm just telling, back in the day, man, we had some good coaches.
Second question I have. Do you think everyone involved with the offense, head coach down to the 11 players on the field, do you think everyone was aware that a touchdown ended the game?
Everyone, I'm going to say no.
Because it did not seem like there was 11 players all going, hey, we get there, we score a touchdown, we walk out of here with a victory. It did not look that way.
Yeah, it would not be shocking to me, just based on previous stories of very high-profile players like Donovan McNabb not realizing games can end in a tie, and not being, because they change the rules in overtime so often. One question I do want to get to before we get to Adam Schefter here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. On the Car Blues Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. Chewy, maybe you know the answer to this question. When does communication go off in the helmet pre-snap?
15 seconds, I believe.
So I knew that.
Yep.
But when does it go off in that situation? Because when they started the play, it goes 15 seconds in the play clock.
It's all based upon the play clock. So if you're
what if there is no play clock? Because at 28 seconds, there's no play clock anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Isn't it the snap then? Like as soon as the ball gets snapped?
That I do not know.
Yeah, so that's the confusion I have. Because in this situation, after they completed the pass and lost a yard to Emmanuel Wilson, they had 28 seconds. So there is no more play clock. Does it turn off with 15 seconds left in the game?
I'm sure it rolls. I'm sure it's just on.
Okay. So it's just on from all the way until the play is... okay.
I would assume.
Okay.
You know, I would assume.
Or would it just be the simulated play clock? So, you know, if it would turn off 25 seconds later, at this point it's getting shut off at 3 seconds? I don't know.
I don't know. But I'll tell you this, man, and another benefit of having a veteran team, and this happened like every game. The play would come in wrong, and I'm like, Brett, you can't run it like that. It's got to be trips Y motion and then go to there.
Yeah.
And you'd have to but that's how chaotic it is. Not everything is peaches and cream. Sometimes it comes in wrong. But when you have veterans that know the playbook in and out, you correct it.
And that's coming from a guy who should be in the Hall of Fame in Mike Holmgren.
Yes.
And an assistant coach who will be in the Hall of Fame with Andy Reid.
Absolutely.
And sometimes the play, 2 Hall of Famers, and sometimes the play just got communicated wrong.
I had my best catch of my career, and I wasn't even supposed to be in the game. 22 rattler, and
against 2.
I think I was supposed to run a corner, and I la, 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 ran a quarter, and all of a sudden Brett throws me the ball. I didn't know what I was doing. Caught it with one hand against Minnesota on the 2-yard line. I'm like, there you go.
Adam Schefter joins us next on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
We have an accident on the ramp from westbound 94 to northbound 41 in the zoo. It's off on the right shoulder. Just mentioning that so that you're not surprised. We do have eastbound 94 backing up quite a bit from 92nd Street all the way through the stadium. Part of the problem, we do have a broken down vehicle off on the left shoulder at about 84th Street. And then we also have another disabled vehicle on the off-ramp to Hawley Road from 94 eastbound as well. So something to keep in mind there. Otherwise, southbound 43 now starting to slow down just before Good Hope Road down towards Bender Road. 41 southbound slowing down just south of Main Street down to about Good Hope Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Partly cloudy skies, a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 58 at the lake, 55 inland. Weather is brought to you by Fifth Third Bank, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Frucci, Managing Partner and PGA Professional at Morningstar Golfers Club, and I'd like to personally invite you to play your next round of golf at Morningstar. Lush green fairways, velvet smooth greens, magnificent vistas from high above our championship golf course. Morningstar was created with the serious golfer in mind, and it continues to be the public course by which all other area public courses are measured. Book your tee time today and reserve a spot on our membership wait list. Come out and see what all of Southeast Wisconsin's been talking about. Hey, you played the rest. Now play the best.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde & Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
everyone's go-to source for all NFL news.
And we're going to get right to some breaking news here that just came down. This tweet from Adam Schefter.
Adam's on the phone. Adam, you got more news? What do you got?
They're going with another move, and here is the man who knows all, Adam Schefter.
And Joshy's biggest fan.
It's nice to see Josh at the big boy table. Thank you, everybody. Keep up the good work, Josh.
It's ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter on JGC is sponsored by Island Resort and Casino. Gaming, casual, and fine dining. 2 golf courses, a luxury spa, and live entertainment. Your total experience is at the Island. Also brought to you by Tony Wendorf and Associates. First Weber Real Estate Services. The real estate MVPs of Wisconsin. Get started today at wendorfteam.firstweber.com.
Thanks.
Always love talking to our guy, Adam Schefter, each and every Wednesday here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, even though he is showing up in his Michigan shirt before they kick the crap out of Wisconsin on Saturday in Ann Arbor. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, guys. What's going on?
Just grinding. That's what we do. We grind.
Welcome back to you guys, right?
Wish I never left.
Gabe was in last week. Chewy, no go, but there we go.
Are you a fan of Europe?
In what sense?
The travel, the water.
Chewy had
how crowded it is.
Mixed results in his riverboats European cruise that he took over the last 2 weeks.
Listen, I love to go to Europe. I had the chance to do it when I was younger and single. Now that I'm older, married, kids, dogs, all kinds of things like that, it's not as simple.
I think I like the warm weather. I like warm weather Europe, not 50 and rain Europe, which is fair, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So
listen,
rained on my parade, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Okay, there you go.
Shefty, maybe you know the answer to this question. We did not, despite having Chewy. So we know that the communication of the quarterback goes off in the helmet with 15 seconds left on the play clock. Right. But what about when there's no play clock? So, for example, the Packers in overtime against the Cowboys, they started their final play with 28 seconds left. So the play clock is obviously off. Do you know when the communication of the quarterback would be shut off in that instance?
No. I do not know that.
Okay.
I'm not. Hold on one second. I just got to get one thing posted here on the Browns.
Again, this breaking news. It kind of bad time for the news to be breaking that Dylan Gabriel is going to be starting for the Cleveland Browns going forward. For Shefty joining us this week, so we appreciate you still jumping on despite the big news coming out of Cleveland.
Adam, I know it's only been 4 games. With the signing of Micah Parsons, but to this point, have the Packers underachieved?
Well, give me 1 second, Chewy. Just one second.
Yeah, we can talk amongst ourselves.
One thing that I got to get done here.
I think they have.
And I'm very sorry about this.
You've been asking everybody that. You asked us that right away on Monday. You asked Jason that when he joined us yesterday. And I think that's fair. Given the way they started, Chew, I think that's a fair thing to say. Given the way they started 2-0 and to go 0-1-1 the last 2 weeks.
Is that a product of youth?
Could be. Going on the road, it's a little bit different than being at home.
Yeah. Because I know
buying into your own hype.
I know young guys that would freeze up. Obviously they love playing at home, but they get on the road and they get a little intimidated and things like that.
But again, it's even though it's a young team, it's like I love the way you put it earlier, Chew. With yes, it's a young team, but when you say Romeo Doubs, I'm not saying he's a veteran, but he should know better. And that's how I feel about the majority of the team. Okay, maybe they're not full of veterans, but they have guys that should know better because they've played enough at this point.
But to me, this last game was a product more of, and it's shocking to me, 4th game into the year, that they weren't ready to play, especially defensively, because they were not. No, they weren't. When you have Micah Parsons grading out on PFF, 94 point whatever he did, and the next closest grade was in the 70s, you can't tell me they were ready to play.
But the way the game started, they were up 13-0. Like they forced 3 punts on the opening possession on the opening 3 possessions. The Cowboys didn't look like they could go anywhere, and then all of a sudden some sort of switch flipped. So when I think of you're not ready to play, and maybe we're just not on the same page here. When I think of you're not ready to play, you don't get off the bus.
Well, then I'll throw it into I believe the players weren't ready to play defensively, and I don't think the coach was ready to coach because there were no adjustments.
Ask your question to Adam again.
What was it?
Adam,
underachieve, overachieve. No, it's more underachieve.
Okay. Listen, I think if you're the Green Bay Packers right now and you are 2-1-1 at the bye, I think you're disappointed. Right? Last I checked, a couple of weeks ago, we got their offensive linemen talking about unbeaten season. They lose at Cleveland, a game they shouldn't have lost. Everybody thought they were going to boat race the Dallas Cowboys. Micah would have multiple sacks. They would just have their way, and they didn't. They wound up in a tie, which in a certain way they were fortunate to get because of their clock management late in the game. So you're sitting there, on the one hand, you say this team at times has looked dominant, but they still haven't won a road game after 4 games. They haven't won on the road at all. They're 2-1-1. And I think the hopes are high, and you're encouraged by what you've seen, and you think this team's got a lot of potential, but I don't think you're particularly thrilled with 2-1-1.
No.
Our conversations,
right?
No, absolutely not. Especially after the way it started.
Right, exactly. They started like a house on fire, and they finished in a tie. Like,
40,
okay,
40.
you get a bye. And then you get a bye. Hopefully you get some of these guys healthy. Get Jacob's ankle a little bit healthier, get the offensive line a little bit healthier, get some of these guys back, get some wide receivers back. I think that's the hope. This team is good enough to go to the Super Bowl and win it. It's good enough to go to – I'm not telling you it will. I don't know whether it will. It's too early to say. But I know that this early in the season, it's a little bit disappointing.
Our conversation with Adam Schefter on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, brought to you by Tony Wendorf and Associates. Just like the moves made in the pros, Tony Wendorf and Associates, First Weber Group, helps people make their own big moves every day. Trusted knowledge, superior service. They're the real estate MVPs of Wisconsin. So, Schefty, with overtime, it feels like there have been a lot of people writing pieces about this game ending in a tie. They changed the overtime rule this year. Now both teams get a possession. There was a proposal that went along with this of, okay, if both teams are going to get the ball, let's expand overtime to 15 minutes. Do you think we're going to see another overtime change the more and more we see these games be lengthened? Because, again, the Cowboys played an overtime game against the Giants that came down to the buzzer as well in that 10-minute period. Do you think eventually we see, if both teams are going to possess the ball in overtime, the league goes, all right, let's go back to a 15-minute overtime period?
I haven't heard that. I'd have to check into it. It's all about player health and safety in the eyes of the league and the competition committee. They're making these rules based off players' health and safety. Now, Chewy, I don't know how many overtime games you played. Do you remember?
A handful, probably 3 or 4. Yeah.
Do you remember being any more tired at that time or worn down or anything like that?
No, because it was different. It was the first team that scored 1. So
Right.
It usually didn't go very long.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if there's a way they could duplicate the college system. That again, I'm not a huge college football guy. I don't watch it, but that system seems to have worked pretty well. Am I right?
From an entertainment perspective, I love the college overtime. I love the teams getting it at the 25. There's instant excitement. It's entertaining. Now, when they go to the 2-minute or the 2-point off, because they've changed that over the years too. So after the first 2 overtimes, it just becomes both teams running a succession of two-point conversion type plays. That's not as great, but yeah, I enjoy the overtime aspect of college football, I would say. Gets done relatively quick.
I've never heard of them taking a look at that, but I think you don't want to go longer than 10 minutes of play. A tie is unsatisfying to everybody involved. What's the solution? And again, that's why I go back. I think of the college system. I say, well, that seems to have been successful. Like it's not I mean, if he goes double, triple overtime, that might be the equivalent of 10 minutes in the NFL.
I don't know if it's necessarily the tie thing that the NFL would get rid of, because the ties, how many overtime games we have? We have a handful of overtime games league-wide every year, but this is the first tie since 2022. So the ties don't factor in all that often. It's just about, okay, if both teams are going to possess the ball, is 10 minutes long enough to kind of get everything you need to get in?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to me. I guess that's the question.
My question, and I mean this. So let's just say the Detroit Lions against the Baltimore Ravens, that Monday night game, at a 10-minute drive. If you take a 10-minute drive and you burn the clock and you get down, you score with, I'm making this up, 9 minutes and 42 seconds, and the other team gets the ball back with 18 seconds. That's it, right? They have 18 seconds?
That's it. Mm-hmm. You just play the one overtime period, and that's it. Which is part of the strategy if you want to receive, if you want to kick. So I think that all factors in, and teams are trying to figure that out of, hey, how do we want to handle if we win or lose the coin toss?
And it's also very rare for a team to have a 10-minute drive. Yeah. And by the way, if a team has a 10-minute drive to open overtime, then just like
good for them.
Exactly. In the previous overtime scenario, at least you had a chance to get that. Like, you were going to have a chance, but your defense was terrible. As opposed to the first score, a team could just drive down, go 30 yards. In today's day and age, you might go 15 yards with a Brandon Aubrey field goal, bring him on, and kick a 65-yarder, and it's over, right? Back in.
Adam, is what Jacksonville is accused of doing when it comes to sign stealing legal?
Yes.
It is.
It is. And I think teams do it, and I think Robert Saleh said yesterday, the 49ers defense coordinator, that he regretted his choice of words. He shouldn't have said it the way he did. I think teams are always just kind of monitoring what other teams are doing. There's this whole underworld. Everybody's always looking for an advantage. And if it means like you're tracking what other people are doing, then that's what it is. And he tried to say that he meant it as a compliment. Obviously, I had a feeling that Liam Cohen would take it as a compliment, and he certainly didn't.
Again, if you get accused of stealing something, even if it's legal, like if you get accused of stealing something, I don't think you're taking it as a compliment. Like in any sense. So you get accused of stealing.
I remember, Adam, like back in the early 90s, Ted Thompson cracked Tony Dungy's defensive signals where we knew every time they were going to be in Tampa too. And we kept it hush-hush. And I think that was the start of covering the mouth and something. But I'll never forget. Ted Thompson was I think he was director of player personnel back then. And it was such an advantage. It was great. I think they knew, though, and they changed it the following game.
By the way, I guarantee this has been going on through time.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, right?
Yeah.
I think Connor Stallions is the first one that ever did so. It's the most absurd thing ever.
Yeah. I mean, you're a Michigan guy. You know all about this stuff. Sorry, that was a little bit of a shock. I'm sorry.
I went to school for it. You see what we got for you this Saturday, okay?
Yeah, he's going to kick the crap out of Wisconsin this Saturday. I can guarantee you that, Adam. I know
don't
that's
need
coming.
to steal any signals.
Yeah, you're good.
Line it up. Just go for it.
Just run your vanilla stuff, and you'll be perfectly fine this weekend. Adam, there have been reports out of Green Bay that the Packers might kick the tires on Asante Samuel Jr., who's working his way back. Is he going to be working out for teams soon? What's kind of the timeline for him and his return to the NFL?
I haven't heard, and I knew that he wasn't healthy. I knew that it was going to take a little bit of time, and I haven't checked into the season before because I just kind of lost track of it. I always feel like if we're into October and we're waiting for a guy to come back, he might be able to come in and help, but usually there are not too many guys who are coming off the street in October that help a team later on. So no disrespect to him. He's been a productive, good player in the league, but I just haven't seen that too often when somebody signs this late.
And it's just such a serious injury, it's, who knows? That's kind of the issue there too. If you're injured last year and you're still not healthy a full calendar year later, it's just an unfortunate situation that he was a free agent to be when the injury ended up happening when he hurt his neck last year.
I agree.
Do you have any Ryder Cup thoughts?
Was that painful?
It was. Would you be interested in captaining the team? We need a good captain for Team USA in 2 years, Adam. We just need somebody who's competent, who knows what they're doing, who's going to listen to people. And you, as a passionate guy for golf, I think I'd like to nominate you for the Ryder Cup captain for 2027.
I'm telling you, I could do it. I could do it, and I'm happy to represent our country and go to Ireland. And the weather, I'm sure, won't be great there, Chewy, but I'll tolerate it as the captain of the United States Ryder Cup team. And we'll do the best we can to put our best foot forward. I did agree with Rory. I thought some of the behavior was over the top and over the line and just not appropriate. And I don't know whether some people don't get that there are different rules to follow in golf. I don't know. But the etiquette was not great, as I kind of expected would be the case over the weekend.
Yeah.
So
I feel like the PGA of America was leaning into that. Like, oh, hey, we're having this thing in New York. It's going to be at Bethpage Black. It's going to be wild. And kind of seemed like leading into it, they were almost encouraging some of the behavior that we came to see.
Maybe, but it also just feels like it's kind of where we're at as a society.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, unfortunately.
More than if there's
that's
a
good point.
I think it's more indicative of where we as a country are. Like, just kind of how some people that you see these fights in the stands, all the time after football. Like, what are we doing? Come on, man. Like, let's have a little bit of etiquette and respect for people. Just all you're asking is to respect people. You could boo the opposition, but there's a certain point where I think it crosses a line.
Adam, always appreciate the time. Look forward to talking to you again next week.
Guys, thank you for the time to work on that Shador Dylan. By the way, so what are you guys going to do? Like, no Packers game. Does that alter your weekend in any kind of way with the Packers having a bye?
No, we got Brewers going to be opening up their divisional series on Saturday. So we got playoff baseball that we get to focus on. Don't have to worry about the Packers and all that this weekend. Fully focus on Brewers opening up their playoff run.
Who do the Brewers play? I don't even know.
It'll be the winner of the Padres-Cubs series. Cubs won, so they're up 1-0. Cubs win today. It'll be the Cubs.
I'll be watching Red Sox, Blue Jays.
Huh. The Red Sox Yankees. It just shows you how little I know. That's best of three. Is that correct?
Best of three. So if the Red Sox win today, that series is done.
Yep. Okay. That's interesting. I don't know the rules of the baseball playoff rules anymore.
Yeah.
So
it's expanded. It's gotten complicated. I get it.
You just do what you do, Adam.
I'm just trying to keep up with the NFL overtime rules. I don't have time for baseball rules.
Always appreciate it, Shefty. Best of luck to your Michigan Wolverines. Not that they need it this weekend.
And your Badgers as well. Have a great week. See that? Etiquette, sports. It's not hard.
Very good etiquette.
Adam Schefter joins us each and every Wednesday here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, if you're looking for an all-in-one trip, the Island Resort Casino has you covered. Book championship golf, gaming, spa, dining, and live entertainments all in one epic destination. Book your total experience now. IslandResortandCasino.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN. Greg Matzek, Gary Ellerson, the day after reaction show you need in your life.
Who benefits the most from Micah Parsons being on the field? Secondary. Keyshawn Nick.
It's Potawatomi Sportsbook Football Mondays with Greg and Gary.
If you're a quarterback, you've got to get the football out of your hands before you really want to do it. I mean, everybody's getting their wealth with this, but to me, I think it's really the guys in the secondary.
Live from the Potawatomi Sportsbook Studios from 6 to 8 p.m. every Monday on 94.5 ESPN. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more.
At Tony Wendorf and Associates First Weber Group, we believe in the human side of real estate. For us, it's faith, family, and friends in that order. We live that every single day. I'm Tony Wendorf. We move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so our clients win. We operate from a place of gratitude, having donated nearly $200,000 back to our community since 2020. You deserve a team that delivers a luxury experience no matter the price point. Contact us today to get started. Tony Wendorf and Associates, trusted knowledge, superior service. Contact us at WendorfTeam.firstweber.com.
Hi, I'm Tony Dungy, and I want to take a moment to recognize the incredible work being done by PRISM Economic Development Corporation. Real change happens when people are given the opportunity to step into their God-given purpose. PRISM is doing just that. helping aspiring food entrepreneurs and small business owners turn their dreams into sustainable reality.
Join Tony Dungy and learn more about Prism Economic Development Corporation in Milwaukee at prismedc.org.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive a free motor for your automated awning with your order. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
You know what's great? Your contracting business is getting bigger. Here's the thing. The bigger your business, the bigger your pile of day-to-day tasks. Invoices, inventory, accounting. As you keep growing, so does the list. Service Titan is here to bring that list of tasks down to size. Our all-in-one solution for the trades makes managing your business needs, all of them, easier and faster than ever before. Learn how Service Titan can help manage the day-to-day of your business. Visit servicetitan.com.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine. Wow.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service. Guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Stay up to date on the green and gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
A freaking catapult attached to his right hip. Like, I just made that up. A catapult.
That was good. I kind of liked it. I was rolling with it, Rob.
Like a slingshot? What's the
I'm calling old catapult leg from here on out.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Maybe we're just trying too hard when really it's closer than it is too far.
It is a Windorf Wednesday here on Jen and Gabe and Chewy at Tony Windorf and Associates, the First Weber Group. They believe in the human side of real estate. Faith, family, friends. They move fast, negotiate with confidence, and communicate clearly so their clients win. No matter if you're buying or selling, get started today. WindorfTeam.firstweber.com.
So I felt like you started as almost like a Christmas carol, and then it kind of became almost like cheerleader sing-songy in the middle, and then we returned at the end back to the kind of a more Christmas hymn.
That's the more you can do.
That was the theme. That was the theme, you know? I was sensing there with the...
That's the more you can do. You play tight end, maybe hold, emergency holder on field goal,
sure,
and you snap. So, versatility, that's what I'm all about.
That's what you're all about.
Right?
That's what you can do.
Josh, what do you grade me on that?
B.
What does Maddie give me?
Maddie, what do you grade Chewy? She says A.
I love Maddie. Maddie's the best.
I mean, honestly, it's the first time you've ever gotten the website right. Just took you singing the song making some nonsensical song up to get the website right for Tony Weber and Associates.
I mean,
or Tony Wendorf and Associates. Excuse me, first Weber.
I tried.
Hey,
My
you nailed
way
it.
flows much better, but hey, is what it is.
You nailed it this time. This time around, you absolutely nailed it.
Can Tony play golf or no? You play golf?
Yeah, he's a good enough player. Yeah.
Handicap?
I don't know. He's probably like a 10.
Because I'm starting to question Homer's handicap.
I was telling you that story, yes.
And I wasn't the only one questioning it.
Well, so I've been waiting to try to tell this story on the tee, but I've got to get Homer to tell it. But last week we celebrated. I hadn't even had a chance to talk to Homer about this until last week when we were here celebrating his 20th anniversary with GKB. So I finally got a chance to talk to him about this. There is a tournament every year called the Arnold Walker Championship. It is the county championship put on by the MCPLA, which kind of organized different events in Milwaukee County, and they always hold it at a Milwaukee County course. Typically, it's at Brown Deer. This year it was up at Dretska, and so Homer signed up for it. Homer played in it. I did not have the chance to play in it this year. It's a 2-day event, and that Sunday was the celebration of life for Euchre, and I didn't want to miss that at the ballpark. So Homer's up there, and I'm getting texts on that Saturday from multiple people asking me what's up with my guy Homer. What do you mean? Well, is he a sandbagger? No. Like, Homer is the least sandbagging person I could ever play golf with. Well, he's 1 under through 10, and he's an 11 handicap.
Doesn't happen often.
No, I mean, I think it's, somebody looked it up when we were talking about it last week. I think it's like 1 in 100,000 rounds.
Okay.
For like an individual golfer.
Fair.
So Homer ends up shooting in the opening round as an 11 handicap, a 72, shoots even par. He made bogey on 18 to shoot 72. And again, everyone's texting me. I'm getting multiple texts from people I know if Homer's a sandbagger because there's an 11 shooting a 72 and even a par round. Like, that just never happens. So I talked to Homer about it, and he said that the entire time it was happening, he would just assume he was going to screw up. Because no matter what handicap you are, Chew, like if you're a 10, like you get off to a hot start sometimes, you're 1 under through 4, 1 under through 3, whatever it is, okay, I'm going to come crashing back to earth. You know what's going to happen. And Homer's like, I just expected that to happen. It never did. And then my favorite part, and this is something only Homer could think about. After shooting 72 in the opening round of a 2-day tournament, and now he's in first place in his flight, because obviously he's not playing in the championship flight where there are really, really good golfers. Whatever flight he's in, he's leading. And he thought about not showing up for day 2.
Just put the clubs away.
Because he thought about retiring because he was never going to do better than that 72. He thought about hanging it up and never playing golf again.
Showmanship. Leave on a high note.
Go out on a high note.
Right? But in the defense of all the texters,
yeah,
we both would have said the same thing. If we didn't know him,
if I didn't
we were
know
playing
him
against him,
oh yeah, 100%.
We would have said
100%.
Yeah.
But I know Homer, and again, to shoot 72,
especially from the left side.
Did you
That's
mention,
weird.
Did you mention it happened the following days?
We're getting there.
Okay,
we're getting there.
Okay.
But to shoot 72 in tournament conditions, because most people, if they're shooting the round of their life, you're scooping a putt here and there, right?
Yeah.
You're not putting it. He was in a tournament. Everything had to go into the bottom of the cup. So he shoots just a legitimate 72. Any guesses on what he shot the next day?
91.
88.
Back to reality.
Back to reality. So he showed up, shoots 88 in round 2.
Nice.
Chewy's got some issues at home as well. We'll get into that plus more Packers talk. Getting excited for the Brewers. And our midweek meal ticket with Cousin Subs. All coming up. Hour 2. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy starts in 2 minutes.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
An accident on westbound 94 on the ramp to get onto northbound 41 in the Zoo interchange, so watch out for that. We also have another accident in Washington County on 41 heading northbound, just north of Lannon Road. It's off on the right shoulder there. No delays with that one that I can tell, so at least we got that going for us. Southbound on 43, backing up from just before Good Hope Road down past Silver Spring. More delays from Capitol Drive down towards Locust. Northbound 4394 I-94 slowing around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. And then on the bypass heading northbound out of the Hale interchange, going to be slow all the way up towards Lincoln. Traffic is brought to you by Comfort Awnings. Extend your outdoor space with a retractable awning or screen like I did with my friends at Comfort Awnings. Custom designed to fit your home. Get your free estimate at comfortawnings.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Today, partly cloudy skies, a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 58 at the lake, 55 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
The vibrant fall colors and cooler temperatures make for great days out on the golf course. The Island invites you to experience the best of fall golf with late season rounds at Sweetgrass or Sage Run. Fall golf rates run through the end of the 2025 season, with tee times starting at $75 and stay and play packages from $125. And submit your 2026 golf package requests early to guarantee choice dates. Plan your fall golf adventure today at islandresortgolf.com.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Bruston Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
My son got yelled at last night because everyone walks down here, and when I have to go out to the mailbox or something, I got to look both ways to make sure no one's coming because I don't want to talk to anybody.
Hey, Ray. How you doing? Good. Good. You know that guy? He works at the restaurant Moho in your hotel. The W Hotel.
You guys were talking about cars.
Yeah. Nope.
Just assume you were
Even
trying
more
to avoid
dangerous.
getting hit by
People.
a truck.
I think he'd rather get hit by the truck than probably talk to his neighbors.
Why didn't you say hello to him? You know him. I know. He wanted to do a stop and chat. I didn't want to do a stop and chat. Stop and chat? Where do you come up with these things, stop and chat? He wanted to stop and chat with me, and I don't know him well enough for a stop and chat.
Is that true, Chew? Would you rather get hit by a truck than talk to your neighbors?
How hard?
Like a 3-day hospital stay.
But I mean, if you don't look, you can get caught with 3 people, and then you're there for 20 minutes.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamora. Here's Jen Latt.
So, Chewy, you made a statement earlier in the show that you weren't sure if the Packers were ready to play on Sunday. I pushed back on that because of the way the game started. And there were 2 things that I think could have potentially happened that jump-started that Cowboys offense. One, the block kick.
Yeah.
Not great. And as a former special teams guy, we'll dive into that later today on the All-20 Chew, so keep an eye out for them. That will be released either later today or tomorrow on the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube page on the protection breakdown that led to the blocked extra point that was then returned for a 2-point conversion. Instead of 14-0, it ends up being 13-2. And then the injury for Devontae Wyatt. After Devontae Wyatt goes down, the Cowboys had not scored any points. Then they score all their points after Wyatt goes down. Is there a possibility that, especially with the departure of Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt became that much more important and now is more important than we previously thought to the interior of that Packers defense?
Yeah, but they still didn't rush the ball for an obnoxious amount. I mean, they only had, did they have over 100? I know the Packers outrushed them. Maybe it was 100-something. And they don't really have a special back.
They had 26 carries for 117 yards as a team. Javonte Williams was their leading rusher, 20 carries for 85 yards.
Which is not crazy, but, take it for whatever it's worth with those PFF grades. That is just a huge discrepancy between a guy whose motor doesn't stop, right, and the rest of the team. I don't care who we are. The grades are so far out of whack. And, Halfley, I'll throw into that group as well. I don't know if they thought they were up 13-0, like, hey, cruise mode. Let's just do what we do. because they didn't blitz a lot. They thought they would get pressure with 4, which they didn't. I don't know. To me, it just smells of this. The defensive side of the ball was not ready to play, where you could say the same thing the week before against Cleveland. The offense wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, because, again, the way the game started for the Packers defensively, and this is why, again, you talked about because you couldn't keep your eyes open, you probably decided to go to bed. So the Packers on the opening drive of the game go down and score a touchdown. Cowboys 3 and out. Packers punt. Cowboys 5 plays, 15 yards before they punt. Packers score a touchdown. And even after that, 3 and out punt.
Yeah.
So the Packers were on the field in the first 3 drives for just 11 plays defensively. And that took you into the middle of the second quarter. Then after that, obviously things got out of hand. Touchdown, touchdown, punt. Touchdown, 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 field goal. Were the rest of the drives for the Dallas Cowboys. They would punt one more time the rest of the game and just score at will. But it seems like that also coincides with Devontae Wyatt leaving the game.
Yeah, but Devontae Wyatt isn't special. He's not special.
No.
He's not like a part. He's not.
No, he's not special.
He's a guy.
No, but he's not special. But he's now really their only wide-bodied defensive lineman that they have. Everybody else is a little more slim.
Yeah,
he's been pretty good.
Yeah, but he's not special.
I mean, maybe not, but he was leading the league in pressures from the interior.
But still, look at the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they're playing with without 2 of their starters, and they were fine. They only gave up 1 sack. You know, the thing that was surprising to me through the first 2 weeks, right? And hey, look, I've been a part of letdown games.
Yeah.
Right? I've been part of letdown games. But letdown games typically happen later in the season when you're feeling sorry for yourself because you're beat up, not in the spotlight of a Sunday night game. You know, that letdown games happen when you're playing the Raiders at noon on a Sunday, week 14.
Well, letdown games aren't supposed to happen after you just had a letdown game.
Correct.
I think that's the big issue there.
Yeah.
Is that you let yourselves down. Maybe bought into your hype, the whole undefeated talk. You weren't even around for that. You missed Rasheed Walker talking about how he thought the team could go undefeated.
No, I did read that. Yeah, which is a little premature.
Whoops. And then they lose in Cleveland. Then this happens in Dallas.
But these games happen. It's just weird that they don't happen back to back because I can tell you, and we're human, right? We're all human. After a game like that, or the defense plays terrible, you go out for a couple pops over Brett's house, and you sit there and say, "Defense sucked this week. Terrible, horrible." It's human. That happens.
I do not doubt it.
The defense was saying that last week, like 10 points against the Browns. What are you killing?
What are you kidding me?
And they're probably saying the same thing. Look, it's a lesson. Thank God it happened third and fourth game of the season where they can figure it out. And it all starts with coaching, but Hafley didn't have his A game. Then he even said, he's like, I thought I could get pressure with 4. Well, you didn't. And you know what? You got to pivot in the middle of the game and figure out, hey, I can't get pressure with 4 because they didn't have a sack in regulation.
Correct. In the first 60 minutes of the game, they did not have a sack.
So
a lot of pressures. And Dak Prescott performed well under pressure.
Yeah. So, like I said, thank God it happened fourth game of the season where they can figure this out.
Is this correctable?
Yeah, it is correctable, I think.
Is it an effort thing? Is it a game plan thing?
I think missed tackles are effort.
And man, they were so good in the first 3 weeks.
They were.
Again, did they miss some tackles from time to time? Of course. That's going to happen to any NFL defense. But I felt like
sometimes you're just not ready to play, Gabe.
Yeah.
Like I told you a million times, when I played Philadelphia at home and we're doing this and I had like 2 drops, maybe 2.5. I wasn't ready to play. That's the only time in my career where I really wasn't ready to play.
No, I'm recalling something. Did something happen after that game in the parking lot? What happened to you in the parking lot afterwards?
Because I was pouting, which players have a tendency to do, and I was leaving the lot. So back in the day, the lot just had a chain link fence around it, you know? high security. And someone's looking. I think we had a tarp over it, though. But someone climbed up and looking over and like, Chewy, can I have your autograph? And being the little pouty little BB I was.
Yep.
No, I'm going home. He yells, then catch the ball next time. I'm like, good pop. That was fair, right, Josh?
Not much you could say in that spot.
No.
There's no comeback.
I wonder how I did the game after that. They probably didn't even throw me the ball. That was Philadelphia 97. And you know who wound up guarding me a lot in that game?
Who?
He's pretty darn good, too. Any guesses?
Oh, man. I can't.
Clue? You want a clue?
I mean, it wasn't.
He played for Philly and Green Bay.
Was it Seth Joyner?
Nope. Josh?
I have no idea.
Seattle. Overtime.
Oh, Al.
Yeah.
Al guarded, was playing defense against you. Al Harris.
Yeah. They went a lot of nickel.
And he was responsible for you. So week 2 against Philadelphia.
No, it wasn't that. That was 90.
That was 96.
So go the next year.
The next year, you guys did not play Philly.
All right, go the next year.
Did not play Philly.
Did I make this up?
Was it 95?
Might have been. It didn't feel 95. It was, I think, late in the season. It was like November.
I'm trying to figure. So 97. No, I got nothing against Philly.
All right, I'll figure it out.
In 97.
It was Philly.
Oh, okay. Here we go. 1998.
Yes.
Against Philly. 7 targets, 3 catches, 24 yards.
That's
in
terrible.
1998.
Yeah.
The next week you were at Tampa.
And Monday night, I had 2 touchdowns.
You did.
Yeah! Woo! We can go to break now.
Suck it, haters.
6 catches on 6 targets for 56 yards and 2
Take
touchdowns.
That, Josh.
What? I'm on your side here.
As Chewy would say, I got my guy because the Packers lost 24-22 in Tampa.
Yeah. I knew it was in there somewhere.
No, it was in there. It was 1998. 1998, yes, and 7 targets, 3 catches. Yeah, I'm guessing there were a couple of drops in there.
That Tampa was a miserable game, too, because all the receivers went down, so I had to move the receiver.
Oh, that's a lot of running for you.
I appreciate go routes now. Because I have a lot of go at the end of the game.
Our friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin have been a long trusted partner here at ESPN Milwaukee, and I love what they did with my front door. And when it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Della and her team at Pella. It's what I did, again, with my front door at my house. Maybe you can trust them with your windows. And this month, score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable, thanks to the incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping the drafts. And they've got great selection. They've got a lot of customizable options, and the helpful team at Pella always going to help you out there. Don't wait. Schedule your free home consultation today at PellaWI.com, and you use Pella Windows and Doors Wisconsin. Tell them that Gabe Neitzel sent you.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Northbound on 4394. Backups coming out of the Plainfield curve, stretching all the way up towards about Lincoln, close to Beecher. So keep that in mind if you're heading through that area. Southbound on 43, backing up from Good Hope Road, pretty much all the way down to about Burleigh. Westbound 94 tightening up right through the stadium interchange. We do still have that accident on the ramp to northbound 41 in the zoo. Not really seeing delays specifically with that, although we are seeing delays crossing over the county line into Waukesha County. Eastbound 94's got backups from before 84th Street all the way through the stadium. And then on northbound 41, slowing down just after Watertown Plank Road all the way up towards Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Partly cloudy skies, a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 58 at the lake, 55 inland. Weather's brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
During college football season, I'm always on the go, and I trust AccuTrans Group for my private transportation needs. When I am headed to the airport, I know that AccuTrans Group has my back. And here at ESPN Milwaukee and Good Karma Brands, we count on AccuTrans to get our partners to and from Green Bay for all of the green and gold action, and it is first class every time. Professional drivers, reliable pickups, and zero parking hassles, so your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Book your ride now at AccuTransGroup.com and enjoy the ride. I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Tony Dungy, and I want to take a moment to recognize the incredible work being done by PRISM Economic Development Corporation. Real change happens when people are given the opportunity to step into their God-given purpose. PRISM is doing just that, helping aspiring food entrepreneurs and small business owners turn their dreams into sustainable reality.
Join Tony Dungy and learn more about Prism Economic Development Corporation in Milwaukee at prismedc.org.
Back to school means back to savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. Right now, get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project during their fall savings event. Don't wait. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com to claim your $3,000 savings and book your free estimate. Exterior Pros and Baths, Wisconsin's trusted home improvement experts. Trust the pros.
It's a bird bash at Potawatomi. Thursdays, you could win up to $50,000 cash in the Bird Bash game show. Just play with your rewards card this October for a chance to win. Wouldn't you like to rake in a huge pile of cash? Bird Bash, only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info at potawatomi.com/birdbash. Must be 21 years old to play.
Imagine your home totally organized. At Closets by Design, we specialize in providing affordable, custom-built storage solutions with built-ins and beyond, from garages to new home offices. Our experienced designers work within your budget to design a solution fit perfectly to your needs. Get 40% off plus an additional 15% with 18-month financing. Visit closetsbydesign.com or call 1-800-BY-DESIGN to get started. Let's get organized together.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You can answer the question.
What's the question?
Can the Packers win without Aaron Jones on Sunday?
Yes. Will you stop? You know what he is? He's like the little devil on the shoulder.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Hey, ESPN Milwaukee listeners, Josh DiMaggio here for my friends at Wanna Parlay, my favorite daily fantasy sports app with the absolute largest payouts on parlays. You've heard me talk about them before, but with football season here, it is time to play. I'm looking at this week, a Davante Adams touchdown on Thursday, Brock Purdy to have over 237.5 passing yards, Kendrick Bourne to score an anytime touchdown, and the Ravens money line over the Texans. Here's what you should do. Download the Wanna Parlay app, click around, and when you decide to upload money to play and get into the action, use promo code JGC for a 100% deposit match for up to $250. Here's what you should do. Download the Wanna Parlay app. Use promo code JGC, and let's play the world's richest parlay today. You must be 18 years or older to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER today.
Couple of texts with some big-time questions here for the big guy on the Carblos Talking text line, 800-990-3776. Going back to when Chewy was singing his Wendorf Wednesday read that he had, Josh and Heartland saying, what just happened? Josh, I blame you explicitly for what just happened and Chewy singing on the radio. Chewy probably would have never thought of singing on the radio if it wasn't for a couple of years ago when Josh and Heartland came in and produced all those songs that we sung.
That's the same Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah. I think I blame Josh and Heartland. He's the one who put together all those songs that we did for Wilde and Tausch.
That's fair, but I was given no melody or rhythm or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to read music.
No.
I could write music, but I can't read it.
Couldn't.
No, I could. It's so easy.
What do you mean you
So
can
easy.
write music? If you can't read it, you can't write music.
How hard is it to write, take your cat and leave my sweater?
So you meant writing lyrics.
Yeah.
Not
I'm not like writing the musical notes on the graph.
No, but people know what I meant. You think that's hard?
Writing
All you got to
songs?
do is rhyme a little bit.
I think anybody who has heard music and knows how to speak the English language could write a song. Do I think it'd be any good? Of course not. Also, where's the music for the song coming from?
I don't know.
Chewy's head.
Yes, it is.
Who's playing the guitar and the keys and the drums and the bass?
Hey, look.
That's what the other people are for, Joshy. That's what the other people are for.
Legwork,
Yeah, exactly. He's going to come up with the lyrics, and then somebody else is going to write all that other boring stuff that Chewy doesn't want to do. It's very obvious how this works.
Why? What's a talent you have that no one knows about?
I have no idea.
You got to have one. Huh? Nothing?
Nothing comes to mind immediately.
So I was going to tell.
I'm double jointed in my toes. I can bend those all the way back.
Talent.
How is it not a talent? I mean, I don't think it's going to get you anywhere, but I think it's a talent.
So the tallest man in the world, that's not a talent? He's
No,
getting paid?
absolutely not.
Yes, it is.
What does something have to be a talent? Because if Chewy was fast, that's a talent.
Yeah.
Correct.
If you can sing, that's a talent.
Yes.
Like if you can turn your head all the way around, which I've seen before,
You're
that's a
dead.
talent.
Yeah, you're dead.
No. Google it. I'm telling you.
So I was going to tell the story when you brought up that game.
I can move my boobs.
Again, another reason why you should be checking out the ESPN Milwaukee YouTube page. Chewy making his pecs dance that you can see through his Tennessee State hoodie.
That's a talent.
I don't have
You
that
got to have
talent.
something. At the bar doing something.
I mean, I'm sure there is. Nothing's coming to mind immediately. I'm not a big, hey, look at me do this interesting
No, I'm not
thing.
either. It's just.
You just made your pecs dance on TV.
I know, but I'm by myself a lot, and I talk. I did. Well, I did get accused of talking to myself a lot.
So I distinctly remember the Tampa Bay game that you just referenced in 1998, that Monday Night Football game.
Yes.
And the reason why I distinctly remember that game is because I used to play tuba when I was in middle school.
That's a talent.
So I played tuba, and in 1998, that fall, I was in 7th grade. The 8th grade band did not have a tuba player, so I pulled double duty that night. I played in the 7th grade concert. I played in the 8th grade concert with my tuba. I was not feeling too well.
Oh, I do remember this.
After the 7th grade concert. But being who I am,
grinder.
Yeah.
Had to try to grind it out during the 8th grade concert. They had to take that tuba to a special cleaner.
Did they really?
To clean it out after I Ralphed in that tuba.
That is so awesome.
What a terrible job.
And
you want to know the things I remember from that game? 98?
So I remember then I was wearing my mom had this really nice Packer sweater, and because the Packers were playing on Monday Night Football, she let me wear it. I don't know if she had to take that to a special cleaner, but there was a little bit that got on that sweater, I guarantee you. And then I remember going home, being sick, and watching you guys lose to Tampa on Monday Night Football.
That's the one thing when it comes to LaFleur said it, or someone said it, that he doesn't remember. That is such. Let me tell you the things I remember from that game in Tampa.
Okay.
And that was how many years ago?
So 1998 would have been 27 years ago.
27 years ago? Creed played the national anthem. I caught a ball in the first quarter that I wasn't supposed to catch on 22 ZNY Go. It was 3rd and 15. Holmgren called 24 double out where I run across in the middle of the field. It's only supposed to be 10 to 12 yards. I stretched it to 14, came up a yard short of the first down, and he yelled at me. He ripped my ass. Okay?
Because you were supposed to cut it off short?
No, because I was supposed to get the first down, but I took the 12 to 14 and came up 1 yard short of the 15, and he jumped me. And then Frank broke his fib.
Okay.
Frank broke his fib and played like 4 plays on a broken. It was snapped in half.
Ooh.
Not both of them, just the one.
Yeah.
So he was fine.
Fine's relative, I suppose.
And then had to play receiver at the end of the game because everyone was beat up. So when they say, I don't remember what happened 5 days ago, I have a hard time believing that.
Again, the recall that you have of the games that you played never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah. Gabe, I bet you could go through the entire playbook, and I would say I know 90% today what I'm still supposed to do. And I haven't looked at that playbook since, well, I stole it. I stole it after they cut me.
All right, so this
probably, a long time ago.
Because you remember these things. So 30 years ago, I went to my first Packers game as a fan.
Yeah.
Against the Cincinnati Bengals at Lambeau Field, late in the season in 1995. Do you remember what you did against the Cincinnati Bengals in 1995?
Yeah, I had like 114 yards receiving.
109 yards and a touchdown.
109 yards and a touchdown. Yeah.
He got it within 5, Joshy. The game was 30 years ago.
And maybe I'm doing a bad job here, but I knew he'd know it, so I didn't even think it's not even surprising.
No, it shouldn't be.
Right, when somebody does something so consistently, it's no longer impressive. I just know he's going to know it.
Now, if I had one catch for 3 yards, I don't remember.
Midweek meal ticket with Cousin Subs coming up next. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Northbound on 4394, backing up from the Plainfield curve all the way up past Beecher. So give yourself a little extra time there. On the southbound side of 43, backing up from Good Hope Road all the way down to about Burleigh. Westbound 94, just a little heavy, crossing over the county line into Waukesha County. We do still have this accident on the ramp to get onto northbound 41 in the Zoo interchange. Something to keep in mind. Eastbound, backing up a bit from just before 84th Street through the Stadium interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, partly cloudy, a high of 71 at the lake, 78 inland. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 58 at the lakefront, 55 inland. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Bye week for the Green Bay Packers, and head coach Matt LaFleur keeps it pretty simple on what he's focused for his team with 13 games remaining in the NFL regular season.
You got to get these guys their bodies back, and then we all also understand that it's going to be a long haul after the bye, so you better get your mind right to go on that journey and to try to get a little bit better every day.
Audio courtesy of Packers.com. The Packers will take this week off before returning to action at Lambeau Field, where they're 2-0 this year, in Week 6 against the Cincinnati Bengals next Sunday.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
Milwaukee, it's officially time for October baseball. The energy is electric, the city is buzzing, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Carbless. Carbless is the ready-to-drink cocktail that keeps fans cheering. No sugar, full of flavor, and always refreshingly delicious. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, celebrating downtown, or gathering with friends at home, Carbless is your go-to for every big hit, every clutch play, and every Brewers moment. So crack open a Carbless, raise it high, and toast to October baseball in Milwaukee, because nothing goes better with the big stage in baseball than finding your bliss. Visit drinkcarbless.com and see where Carbless is located nearest to you.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Turn those hoop dreams into reality with Precision Sports, your one-stop shop in southeastern Wisconsin for Mega Slam, Ironclad, and Dominator basketball hoop systems. Installation of new or old hoops and completely customizable painted court lines. PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
There's a lot of sodas now that are prebiotic sodas.
They
as
don't
well.
work. They're called poop. No, they're really called poop, I think. You buy them on Amazon.
I thought you were going to stop talking.
You got a lot of brust in you. You know that?
On 94.5 ESPN.
It is time for the midweek meal ticket with our friends at Cousin Subs here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Christine Specht, Cousin Subs CEO, joining us in studio. Good morning, Christine. Yeah, thank you so much for coming in. So we've got, we'll get to the free subs for a year winner, but we have to start because in order to get Chewy to eat before like noon on any given day, the only time it happens is when you guys bring stuff, and typically it's when you bring new stuff. So what did you bring in for us that Chewy has already taken down some of?
Don't just play. Hey, you grab the sandwich
Well,
too.
yeah. But again, I have no shame.
Okay.
I'll eat anything at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You are my body is a temple. I only do things a certain way.
Fair.
But Cousins always tempts you and gets you to break that rule.
And I appreciate you breaking your fast for us. That's great. Thank you. We just launched our crispy chicken line, and it is fabulous.
It is
so
very good.
Tendies have come to Cousins, and so you can get them on a sub. We have a crispy chicken sub, which is kind of your classic with mayo, lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles. But then you could spice it up with buffalo sauce if you wanted to add a little something extra. But you can also get it as a great snack. 3-pack, 5-pack. It's amazing.
No,
Chewy,
the
your
chicken
review?
is fresh. It
All right,
is
yeah. It looks like I've got one of the spicier ones here. I didn't realize the pickle was going to be on there.
Oh,
Big
you
fan
gotta
of that.
have pickle with spice.
Big fan
You
of
gotta
that.
have
Yeah.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
Going to dive in here. So talk amongst yourselves.
So you just enhance. So I was saying to you before we went on the air, every Friday I get my tuna sub.
Oh, that's good.
Tuna sub, tomato soup, dip it. But you told me to enhance it with cheddar cheese and
hot pepper relish.
I love hot pepper relish, but I never thought of it on tuna.
It's really unorthodox,
Game-changing?
and it's delicious. That's the only way I'll have it.
Okay.
It's very good.
So what made you guys decide, hey, we need to dive into the crispy chicken realm?
Well, who doesn't like crispy chicken?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
The sandwich is fantastic.
Oh, thanks. And it's so, it's just, chicken is just everywhere, whether it's this chicken exclusive concept or other restaurants introducing chicken. So we felt it was a really natural fit for us to be able to put it on a sub, but then offer this other option to have a snack, right? The 3-pack, a 5-pack, that sort of thing. So it's been really great. And right now it's a limited time only, but if it's, popular enough, might keep it on forever.
I think it will be. So easy to eat in the car.
Well, and that's the thing I feel like has always separated Cousin Subs. You guys have these different ideas. You're not afraid to take some chances. We've had some of the great limited time only subs that you've had, but also you have the snacks, you have the cheese curds, the fries, obviously the chicken now. I just think it's a great idea. It just makes it so easy.
Thank you. The sides definitely set us apart from our competitors, and they're fantastic, right? We are so proud of our cheese curds. They win notable awards.
I was about to say, you should be proud of those cheese curds.
They're so good. But our shakes, everything. It's just lots of great compliments to the sub. Or if you just wanted to do a snack, like you said, you're in your car, it's 3 p.m., and you're like, you need a little pick-me-up. you can certainly go to Cousins.
You guys have a $10 meal deal going on right now.
We do. We brought it back again because it's really popular and we love it. And we also want to continue also to provide value to our customers. So right now it's exclusively available online, and you can go to our mobile app or go to our website, and it's just like it was before. So you can get a ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, chip or fry, a cookie, and a beverage, all for $10. That's really a great deal.
Are you a Wisconsinite?
I'm a Wisconsinite.
Sports fan?
I always want the hometown team to win.
Yeah.
So please don't ask me anything
We got
else.
some exciting time. We got the Brewers coming up.
Yeah, that's very exciting.
Yeah, I
Love
mean,
it.
but it always seems like Cousins has been involved around sports. It feels like you guys have always wanted that. That's been important to be connected to the local teams because you are a local brand.
100%. And that's not necessarily even just the professional teams, right? I mean, we will get down and sponsor little leagues and because sports is such a huge part of the community, huge part of our guests. They love sports and they love Cousins. So we really want to continue to support that part of Cousins and put our brand out there where our guests are, and certainly it's sports.
You mentioned not just professional, also down at the collegiate level, Bucky's Bash.
That's right. Yeah, we have Bucky's Bash is back. We're excited about that. So a person can enter every day now through October 26th. And if you win, you're going to win the grand prize with the Wisconsin against Illinois game, which is on November 22nd. You'll get 2 pregame field passes, a signed football, university bookstore gift card, and of course, Cousin subs for a year.
It's hard to beat.
Jealous.
That's talking your language.
Oh, yeah.
That's talking your
Make
language
life
over
easy.
there. Yeah.
I got one right next to my gym. The one on Sunset. Very convenient. And one right next to the house. Yeah, I could live there.
Well, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because Chewy always, everything revolves around his gym. Like, okay, is it close to his gym or not?
I can tell.
Yeah. Which
Very
is why
routine. I have my next. I pretty much have the week planned out, meals included. Like I always hit Cousins twice early in the week. I get my roast beef and cheddar, which is outstanding, and then I got to have my tuna with my tomato soup.
Are you gonna?
I am not a grilled cheese. Have you ever tried grilled cheese at Cousins? No,
We haven't. No. It's a little
Be in the hopper.
tricky.
Huh?
He always tries to come up with ideas and try to pitch them.
I would love to work in your guys' lab.
So it's one of the best parts of the job because,
Yeah.
like, say, for example, when we were launching this crispy chicken, well, you just don't buy a chicken product and put it on, right? You have to test so many. So we tested well over 20 chicken tender brands, which means, the guinea pigs in the office have to come in and try all of these chicken products, rate them, let people know. And it's so great. People love it when we're testing shake flavors because there was a time I think we tested 25 different shakes in a sitting. I mean, it was heaven.
So what Chewy wants to know is, do you have taste testing intern opportunities for him? For him specifically. That's the only thing he actually cares about. So he can get in the lab and give you a thumbs up, thumbs down on some of these things.
Well, we might be able to work you in. For the crispy chicken, we actually did bring in a lot of people from the community to say, give this a try and give us your honest feedback.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think. So we'll make sure you're on the list.
They're outstanding. The whole thing is the chicken is fresh. When the chicken is fresh and cooked perfectly.
Well, I'm guessing it's not just the chicken itself. It's also, okay, what kind of sauces do we want? Because everything tastes a little different. We made him do a blind ketchup taste test with 5 different ketchup brands, and they're all, it's ketchup, but they're all 5 uniquely different. So I guess I'm assuming that's a part of the process as well, figuring all these things that are going to work ultimately together.
Of course. You have to make sure you have the right sides with that and really, and then go with what the trend is, right? What people want. So, our sauces are great. It's ranch, barbecue, buffalo, if you want to spice it up just a little bit.
Keep it simple.
That's right.
Right?
Well, and again, the calendar turns over to October today, which when Jen was here yesterday was shocking to her to find out. Like, wait, tomorrow's October. So those holiday parties are coming in, Christine. As we talk with Christine Specht, Cousin Subs CEO here, midweek meal ticket on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Holiday catering time. People got to start be thinking about those holiday parties, and Cousin Subs is a great option for those holiday parties.
It's so great because it makes things simple because, as we know, holidays can get pretty stressful. A big part of that stress for people when they're having a party or whether that's an office party or a home party, whatever it is, it's kind of like, what are we going to serve? Well, Cousin Subs will kind of take care of all that for you because, of course, we have our customizable party boxes, party salads, party chips, lunch boxes, what you need. So you can go online at cousinsubs.com to order or call your local store. But we have this gift card promo as well, which we're super excited about because not only do party boxes, not only are they a big hit during the holiday season, but people love to give gifts, right? And why wouldn't you want to give a gift card to Cousin Sub? So if you come in now through the end of the year, when you purchase $30 in gift cards, you're going to get a free certificate for a sub.
See, that's the great thing, Chewy. So you go in, get the gifts for everybody else, and then, get your sub that you like to get every Friday.
That's right.
Now that's on them. You just got to spend $30 in gift cards.
That's easy.
Yeah, that's super easy.
Christmas time, you got the mailman, you got the trash people. Ooh, they love it.
And who doesn't
and
love
you got a free sub.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Gotta love that.
All right, Christine, it is time. Free subs for a year, sweepstakes, midweek meal ticket. We've been doing this for a long time here with you guys. Who is the free subs for a year winner this time around?
Okay, the winner this time is Barbara Whitaker from Milwaukee. She has been selected to win free subs for a year.
Congratulations to Barbara for winning that. Cousinsubs.com/free subs is where you can get more information. You can sign up. 47,000 entries people have entered for. That is an unbelievable number.
People are listening.
Get the chicken.
Yeah, get the chicken. Try that out. Of course, Cousin Subs for the holiday time stuff. And don't forget about Bucky's Bash coming up as well. Christine, thank you so much for jumping in. We always appreciate every time you guys are here for the midweek meal ticket on a Wednesday.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Christine Specht from Cousin Subs. Make sure, again, check it out. Cousinsubs.com/free subs to win the free subs for a year.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
Let me tell you about my friends over at Closets by Design. Doug and his team have been fantastic. I know I told you guys my closet was a disaster. I am talking about piles of clothes, buckets of clothes, bins of clothes. Just couldn't figure out where things were when I needed them. And yes, some of it was, I've been in television for 25 years and I have a lot of clothes that I needed to get rid of. But Doug and his team were like, Jen, we can make this work for you. Came in, created a beautiful, organized space for my closet, and they can do the same for you. A leader in custom storage solutions since 1982, they combine quality and beauty and a true commitment to customer satisfaction. If you are ready to get organized, call Closets by Design in Beckwan and tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
Hi, I'm Tony Dungy, and I want to take a moment to recognize the incredible work being done by PRISM Economic Development Corporation. Real change happens when people are given the opportunity to step into their God-given purpose. PRISM is doing just that, helping aspiring food entrepreneurs and small business owners turn their dreams into sustainable realities.
Join Tony Dungy and learn more about PRISM Economic Development Corporation in Milwaukee at prismedc.org.
Hey, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Buying a roof, siding, or windows can feel overwhelming. Hidden costs, confusing contracts. We don't play that game. We educate you so you can decide. And when you know the facts, Infinity Exteriors is the clear choice. Since 1997, we've installed peace of mind with no surprise upcharges, flexible budgets, and immediate financing. Infinity Exteriors, saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Wisconsin sports fans, Brian Balaga here from my friends at Surfside. Football season is back, and we're bringing you your tailgate must-have. There's nothing more refreshing than an ice-cold Surfside to enjoy while you cheer on your home team. Made with real vodka and real brewed tea, Surfside is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Ask for it at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
We all have someone we know or love that has been affected by some form of cancer.
No matter how well you love and support them and try to be there for them, you can never really know what a person is feeling after hearing the words, "You have breast cancer."
Only another person that has been through this experience can really understand what it feels like.
ABCD, After Breast Cancer Diagnosis, is a Milwaukee-based organization known around the world.
When someone calls ABCD, they are matched with a mentor who is a breast cancer survivor of similar age and has the same type of breast cancer who can provide hope when people need it the most.
Kessler's is excited to announce that we've designed 3 new Hope pendants to honor breast cancer patients, survivors, thrivers, and caregivers.
100% of the net proceeds, along with an additional donation from Kessler's, will support ABCD when you purchase the symbol of hope.
You can can find a link with more information about ABCD, along with all 3 modern designs starting at just $75 in sterling silver and $598 in gold, online at KesslersDiamonds.com.
The holiday season is here, and businesses are hiring for all kinds of seasonal roles. From haunted corn maze staff to real bearded Santas, skilled, experienced workers are in high demand and hard to find. Whether you're hiring for one of these roles or any other role, the best way to find the perfect match for your role is on ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter's matching technology works fast to find top talent. No wonder it's the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/USL. That's ZipRecruiter.com/USL.
The post-career day press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Anthony, can you tell us what happened during career day?
I'm a biomedical researcher. The kids just weren't impressed.
How did you feel when your son called in the backup?
Embarrassed, and I knew it would be a fireman. It's always a fireman. It's cliche, but a crowd favorite. He had an axe and everything. I can't compete with that.
And will the firemen be helping your son with his science fair project?
Hope not. I'm literally a scientist.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and we are wrapping up an incredible September run. 4-2 or better every single Saturday this football season has keyed a huge September. Players props winning again. Major League Baseball playoffs start this week. Basketball season is right around the corner. Go to fatjacksports.com and get on board with what's a great start to the season. We're going to be falling into profit all October long for under $100 a week. fatjacksports.com. Get signed up today and win this weekend betting the games against the spread.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
I just figured if I got the yellow ones from Mexico, I could slip those in without her. Did you know the Viagra in Mexico is yellow?
Had no idea.
Yeah.
Wait, can you just paint it? You just drop it in a little food coloring?
You probably
and call
could,
it
like
an
an egg. I'm going to try that.
Easter has a new meaning in the Chimera household.
On 94.5 ESPN.
John wants to let you know, Chewy, on the Carlos Talking text line, 800-990-3776, that apparently Chewy changed my life with tomato soup and the tuna melt.
Love it. Try it.
I guess I got to get, I don't eat a ton of, like, tuna sandwiches.
I love tuna. Tuna's so good. And it's kind of good for you. It's good adjacent.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, that maybe it's an East Coast thing. It's all about the soak.
Yeah,
you know?
well, which is why you do it again. It's why you do it with the tomato soup.
Yeah,
or with the grilled cheese. It's the same thing, same concept.
It doesn't soak. No, it doesn't because the bread's crisp and the cheese doesn't soak. It's fine.
Hold on.
What?
Oh, what would make a tuna melt different than a grilled cheese?
It's not a tuna melt. It's just.
He's getting the tuna sub, so if, like, from Cousins, it's not toasted the way
so the bread's still going to soak up the tomato soup.
There is not a soak issue when it comes to grilled cheese. There's plenty of soaking happening.
You got to try
Just
it.
like
you
at
can't
BYU.
comment on it if you haven't tried it.
Look, I'm not saying you're not wrong. I'm just saying the only thing I'm saying you're wrong about is that tomato soup and grilled cheese don't go together. We've litigated this before.
Hey,
tuna and tomato soup, maybe it does go together. I'm not saying you're wrong there. You're just wrong when it comes to grilled cheese.
You know what goes with grilled cheese? Clam chowder. Clam chowder and grilled cheese.
Aren't clam chowder and viscosity-wise...
What are we eating, motor oil here or what?
Viscosity-wise, a clam chowder and a tomato soup seem quite close. So the soak level would be pretty equal.
Yeah, but there's no soak.
Are you eating grilled cheese wrong?
Grilled cheese does not soak.
It sure does.
You know what? Let's create a lab here, okay? I'm going to take an untoasted grilled tuna sandwich
you can't,
and a grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is not going to soak.
It does.
No.
As somebody who does the soaking myself,
yeah, I can assure you, I am willing to stand on 2 feet, on business that the grilled cheese.
Are you German too?
Partially.
Yeah. No. Shit. Am I the only non-stubborn one here?
Wait,
I'm not stubborn.
Aren't you the stubborn one?
No, I'm right all the time. That's not stubborn. Okay?
Giant difference.
No, there is a difference. Wow, you guys are.
There's a difference between being right all the time and being stubborn.
Having we talk to you a lot here.
Yeah.
And every so often, I end up more and more on Angie's side after having discussions and disagreements with you. I can't work with this.
Why? It's just you're not willing to try.
I've never said I wasn't willing to try. But your argument just now was we're being stubborn and you weren't being stubborn just because you're right. That's not how arguments go.
With me, they do.
Well, I was about to say, I think that's actually how arguments go. Everybody thinks they're right.
Yeah.
Nobody's willing to budge, and that's how the argument ultimately ends up happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, though. Yesterday was really nice because I could just kick back and watch baseball and not have to worry about the stress of the Brewers being in one of these 3-game series.
Yeah, but you're a little worried.
It was great.
You are a little worried, I could tell yesterday.
What?
You're a little worried.
About what?
You're a little worried when you said, I don't care who they play, doesn't matter, they're playing so good, which you put it through the Chewy translator means you don't want to play Chicago.
Oh, I don't care about Chicago.
Josh?
Their fans are delusional.
Josh?
I'm not saying this is where Gabe is, but on Mr. Irrelevant on Monday, I did a segment I called Visions from a Polluted Mindset of a Brewers Fan. I've got uneasy vibes right now.
Yeah,
I've had great vibes all year. We had a hiccup there with the trade deadline, but the offense where it is right now heading into the playoffs and the lack of pitching depth and the uncertainty of whether Jacob Mizorowski is even going to be usable has me feeling uneasy.
But you don't even need to use Miz. I can understand the concern of, okay, we're going to need a third pitcher when you reach the championship series. But starting with Freddie and Priester, and then if you go, again, you just handcuff, you go, why am I blanking on Patrick?
Chad Patrick.
So you go with Chad Patrick, probably starting game 3. He goes 3, at most gives you 4 innings, and then you turn it over to the bullpen, whether that's Ashby, whether that's DL Hall, whether that, you have enough really good arms in the bullpen, Nick Mears, where you're going to be able to get through 3 games. And then because of the off days, we heard Levering tell us this yesterday. In game 4, you get to go right, if you happen to lose one of those first 3, you get to go right back to Freddie Peralta.
I understand all you're saying, and you are correct in what you're saying. I'm getting a little spooked.
I'm getting a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's the Scar effect. It's the Scar effect. It's 1,000%.
Oh, sure, and I get that, but this team is just different, man.
No, I know they're different.
It's just so different.
97 wins. I understand all the cases of why I should
be as
scared as I am.
And especially when Cubs fans are already running scared.
I know. They're such losers.
So
I mean, really, you got to start chanting.
So
Green Bay sucks.
The Cubs win their game yesterday against the Padres. It was a good game. It was a fun game. The first 3 games were a lot of fun. First 3 games, then the Dodgers ended up blowing out the Reds last night. But after the game, apparently Cubs fans decide to walk through the tunnels of Wrigley Field doing this.
Green Bay sucks. Green Bay sucks. I love it. We are in their heads rent-free, and it's wonderful.
You played the Padres.
I know, it's so awesome.
This is baseball. The Packers don't have a baseball team.
No.
This is what you do with your time, Chicago?
Yep.
I'm sure a Bears still suck chants have happened at sporting events I'm at. I don't recall them specifically, but it seems like at every venue, whether it's the Bears playing, whether it's the Cubs playing, hell, I'm sure it happens at Chicago Blackhawks games.
Yeah.
The Green Bay sucks chant is just a part of what you do when you watch sports in Chicago.
Apparently, because I'll tell you what, I remember walking out of AmFam Field last year, and maybe it was different because the Cubs were bad and didn't make the playoffs last year, but I remember walking out of AmFam Field after game 2. I don't remember the Bears crossing my mind once.
No.
I don't remember thinking about, oh, man, now would be a good time to chant the Bears still suck. No, that didn't cross my mind.
Because you
didn't even happen.
Well,
you don't have to do it because the Chicagoans already know that the Bears suck. Right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
They do.
That's what makes it so weird to me. Wouldn't their attack be, I don't know, the franchise that hasn't dominated them over the past 20, 30 years? Like, if they want to come at us for the Brewers and the success they've had, they've won a World Series in that time.
Sure.
I would
Makes
be
more
like,
sense.
Hey, Hand up.
Yeah.
You've had it better than us.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
We're not
sense.
the Bears.
Yeah. Like, it would make so much more sense if they were walking out of Wrigley chanting, Brewers suck.
Yes.
Makes so much more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But the Packers are so much in Bears fans' head that after winning their first playoff game in God knows how long, they got to walk out of Wrigley chanting Green Bay sucks.
Love it.
Will Leotaus coming up next.
We have an issue on basically Howell at Layton. Left lane is blocked with a